long as you're still improving.
Yeah. For example, if you have been able to learn a lot more about my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this works wonders. Like,
what is that? Oh, the stuff,
yeah, it works.
Yeah, the
wonders.
Red Bull spray, love it. Okay, we're just gonna do a couple warm-ups because I'm gonna have to give you plenty of time to sing.
Okay.
So let's just do the buzzes first.
Yeah, what's this? Is it the pedals?
I thought it's every time if I'm playing. Now it's quit. Okay, so let's do the straw. Which we already kind of talked about a little bit. Okay, so let's do the tongue out. Actually, let's do a couple slides too.
Okay. Flow.
Yeah, kind of let it go up and over. Don't push from underneath. Just switch to falsetto if you have to, but instead of being airy with it, be more using the roof of your mouth to get there. Okay, so we're gonna try.
See if it works better. Any recommendations?
What about that one that you were, empty chairs and empty tables?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one to start with.
Okay. Here we go.
grief that can't be spoken.
Turn it down a bit.
There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs and empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn, and they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they have sung became their last communion on the lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the windows. Phantom shadows on the floor. Empty chairs. Okay. My friend, my church. Oh, my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs and empty tables, where my friends will sing no
Very good.
Oh, I surprised myself on that.
So you sound awesome. Your tongue stayed pretty much in the places where it was. There were a couple of places where I think you felt like, how do I put my mouth on this particular vowel? Like, that I live when you are gone, and I'm not showing it here. Gone. You want to be a little taller, a little more rounded around the ah.
Okay.
Right? Because it'll make it less, it'll make it a little more controlled, because the first time, like when you did it that particular time, it was like, ga, it was a little more back.
We're back. Okay.
So maybe just round around it. You still want to be open back there, but just kind of bring your mouth around it. Ga.
So on what vowels should I do the like stretch my mouth away?
It depends on where you are in the song and how loud it is and what vowel you need at that particular point. Is there a point that you're remembering?
No, I'm just getting off from like, I don't know, any advice from you?
Well, I'm thinking like there are places where you definitely need to use that. It's usually more in a situation where it's loud and high. So I'll point out to you as we're singing when you would want to use that technique.
Should I try it on the oh my friends,
You can try either that or more of an sound. You want to go back and do that one part, and let's
like
hear you.
I felt like when I did that belt on oh my friends.
I liked the break though. I liked that you let your voice break emotionally there, because it fits really well with the song.
Okay, go to what part? The oh my friends, or do you want to go before that?
Yeah, so all of the all of those, instead of being wide and back, be a little more like in between your front teeth. Like, let me think. What your sacrifice was for your, instead of ya, you don't want to be ya, it's ya.
Okay.
Do you hear the difference? One is more the other one's more
More, a lot more straightforward and a lot clearer.
Yeah. The reason I say that is because that is what you would use. You'd use it in a choir situation for sure, and it does give you the openness, but it doesn't give you the control over the note that you want.
Sure.
Your voice could break, and then you'd be like, oh, what do I do now? You know? So being a little more forward on takes the weight from back here, and it turns it from being just an open throat technique to being a little bit more speech level, so that you can, having that forwardness allows you to use your mouth a little more, instead of just
Alright,
Does that
I'll
make
try
sense?
the whole song again, and let's see if maybe I can catch myself whenever I do.
Which one are you using for the audition?
Right now, I'm down to either Till I Hear You Sing, or maybe Music of the Night. On the some thoughts take you where you long. Is it longer one? On to me.
Wait, well, I gotta get that song in my head.
Let your notes. Is it let your soul take you where
you want to be? Yeah, that's the part that you need to use the. Yeah, so your tongue is down and behind your teeth, and it's almost like you can feel the back of the sides of your tongue kind of engaging, and then the technique that Penny was telling me about that. I couldn't come up with a name for it.
Yeah, even he didn't remember.
Nobody really.
He had to ask our student teacher, because she's like, what's it called? Yeah, student teacher from BYU, and he was like, it helps a lot the boys in the sectionals. You know?
It absolutely does, especially because you guys are always you have to hit those high notes, and it's got to be clear, and your tendency is to go into your falsetto, which is always airy. But if you need any volume on it, that doesn't work. So you have to use I call it kind of like the U technique. It's because you picture it
like a U, yeah.
in the front, yeah.
Or something, and then
It's either a V or a U.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a vice, like somebody's kind of squeezing those muscles together.
Yeah.
Kind of like the tweezers.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like backwards tweezers.
I've also gotten better at, what's it called? Flipping into a head voice from going into a soft chest voice, I guess. On that one part, it's like, how does that soft part of the name of the song go? It's also
Let's just sing it. What
Music of the Night, or?
What was it that you were saying that you were working on that you wanted to show me?
Till I Hear You Sing.
Let's sing through both of them.
Okay.
Starting with the one that you
I'm getting better at that. You're not here.
Yes.
Okay.
My broken soul can be alive and whole till I hear you sing once more. And music, your music, it teases at my ear. I turn and it fades away, and you're not here. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass.
So what do you think he's doing there? What does it sound like to you?
Okay. I think he keeps his arms out longer?
So that's opening up the chest.
To have more
Mhm.
breath control, I guess.
It's not just for breath control, it's also to get more resonance here. So when you're in a mixed sound and you're using your head resonation, but you also want the warmth from your chest. Because you don't want it to sound tinny and not full. Does that make sense? And if you're just resonating in your head, it can sound kind of thin, right? So he's opening up, which is giving him both chest resonation and head resonation.
He also does like this weird like motion with his mouth, where it's like a U of some sorts. Like it's all the way open. The bottom part's like a U, but the top part is like wide and also, I don't know how to describe it.
It's sort of like the belt position I taught you in the mirror that day. Do you remember how we talked about the teeth and how many teeth across the bottom and the top?
On top, yeah.
Right? So it's like, which note was it? Let them die?
Let them die, yeah.
Let them die.
Oh, okay.
See your
How do you do that thing where you like your lips go a little more?
practice?
Oh man. Does that help?
Yeah.
A lot. What is that called?
Well, I use it as it's a belt technique. It's how I was taught to belt. So when you're looking in the mirror, you're gonna show your teeth and you're gonna put your tongue just behind your back teeth, open really wide, but it creates the lift and the push across the roof of your mouth with that, so you're releasing all of this from any strain, because your tongue is, now you're not pushing hard with your tongue, you're just lightly fronting it. They call it fronting your tongue, like, you're gonna lose, think
Like
else.
this? Right, so does it sound like, I'm good?
Go like this. There you go. Let them die.
Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die. Ah!
So you've lost position because you were thinking about the notes too much. I want you to think about your stomach, okay? Think about where your support is coming from. Remember the U shape that we talked about where you're engaged across your pelvis, and then you're also engaged along the sides. Yeah. Right? You can either step forward, like we talked about, because that's gonna engage all this, all right? Remember how we talked about that? Some people do this. You want to get your pelvis engaged. That's really what has to happen to support the note, right? Also, you threw your head back.
Yeah, that's...
And every time you do that, all of this here gets kind of either tense or too loose, depending on what's going on. So this time I want you to think of the sound coming through here, through your third eye, right back to that door. Okay? So supportive here. Think of it.
Just stand straight, or can I stand?
No, you can make your leg forward, because remember you may have to use that to engage the muscle, right? Because this one has to be completely supported under that diaphragm, right? Yeah. And so sometimes you do have to move to get that to happen. That's why we do the football run. Okay. Right? Sure. And it doesn't have to be super obvious. It just has to be, that's why when I'm teaching students, I tell them, yes, this is singer stance with the hip width apart, but I love to let people know that it's perfectly fine to stand with one foot forward, because then when you go to move and engage, it doesn't look like you're going at them, right? Because you're just already there. And and then you can just
either do like a somewhat like a... Okay, let me see how this... Ooh, okay, here we go. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die. Like that?
Yeah, that sounded really easy for you.
Did you see my tongue? Like, was it a little higher? Like, or was it?
I didn't see your tongue. I was looking at your body.
Because I felt like...
You want to try it again?
Okay. This time I gotta not focus on my tongue, but okay.
The top of your roof of your head, right? Your forehead. Bring it all up and forward.
Let
let dreams pass, let them die.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. Very good. Did you change these? Let me make sure. Oh, it's on your phone. You did
Yeah.
that.
Okay, here we go. From the Dreams Fest?
Wherever you want to start.
Okay. And music, your music, it teases at my ear. I turn and it fades away, and you're not here. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
How did that feel?
Well, probably just because I haven't had wine in a while, but it felt a little tiny.
A little bit of a tickle.
Yeah, there in the back.
Yeah.
Probably just because I haven't had water.
Yeah, you kind of squeaked a little bit at the end. So what I hear is that you need to be a little more lifted, right? So just get a little bit more forward in your face,
Okay.
because it almost sounds like just a little bit of a push, and I don't think that's helping you, right? And you're still coming from underneath quite a bit. You can come from underneath to have this, like you want to have this resonance here, but you do want to have this as open as possible. So remember that capsule picture we had in our head
And the circle.
of this being relaxed and lowered, and then still having the sound resonating from your face. That's how I picture it. But I've heard other people say that they do better when they think of it as an arrow pointing like this from the back. You know, like just picturing an arrow like that.
Okay.
For me, that doesn't work as well, but it might work for you. So you can try it both ways. Like for me, visualizing it like this is better, and having the open capsule roundedness to it works better for me. But for some people, they like that picture of the straight arrow right through their.
Yeah, that helped me a lot the first time we did practices too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So maybe try it both ways and see which one works better.
I'll just start from Let Hopes Pass.
Is that the note?
Yeah. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
So stay where you're at. When you say let dreams pass, stay there.
And don't create a stop.
Yeah, because that's where you're losing it, because you're starting to come back down here. So stay lifted all the way through that.
Okay.
Pass, let them die.
Okay.
Which means you need a bigger breath.
Yeah. So I'll do that all in one breath.
Let's try.
Ooh,
Let's see if
okay.
it works.
That's
And even if you have to stop and breathe, don't let your soft palate fall.
okay.
Like, you know, the cuff thing, that doesn't work for me, but keeping you reminded that you're lifted does work for me.
Okay.
Don't lose your position is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this in one breath. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
Nice. That was way better.
Whew. Did I sound off or anything, like off key? Or?
No, you didn't. See, the difference was when you squeaked the first time because you let it fall and then you had to get back up there and you didn't have enough time, right?
True.
So just keeping that lifted through the whole thing, even if you have to breathe, keep it lifted in the back, right?
All right.
So let's try it without breathing. Like, no, you're still gonna breathe, but. So this time, instead of doing it all in one breath, I want you to keep the position and take a breath, but stay in the position.
Take a breath in between let hopes pass and let dreams pass.
Wherever you were breathing before, was it after the?
Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let... Yeah, I took a breath in between let hopes pass.
Yeah, that's a weird place to breathe. I wouldn't breathe there. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
I think it would be too hard to do. Let me think.
Be like a 16.
See, he breathes there because he doesn't do the.
Yeah. I could just do a Like, you know, how he does it real quick.
Try it that way and let me hear it. I like the little trill though.
Okay, let's see.
It makes it original and different.
Yeah. Alright. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
That sounds good too. And as long as you keep that space, you're good.
True.
So that might be why you threw that in because you were worried about in your head thinking I can't get there, but you're already there. You're already on that note.
So what would be better for me to try and do? Like, with enough practice, do you think it would sound good if I did the let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die?
Okay, so if you do that, make sure you're not squeezing the back of your teeth, your jaw. Okay, do it again.
Okay, I'll try to loosen my jaw here.
Try doing it like this, like we talked about.
Okay.
Like kind of rub right here on your jaw, this muscle where your jaw connects.
And where it opens up. It's so weird how you can and then you feel that weird. That's so weird. I learned that back in 7th grade in concert. Alright. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
Yeah.
I think it might have been more.
Maybe try to like check. Give me your notes so that I can check it on paper if I need to.
Yeah. That's like the only key I was able to find.
That's where you're going to use that little technique that you were talking about with the. It's forward. It's not back. Till I
hear you. Like that?
Two vowels. Till
Okay. Till my tongue went all over the place.
So you're back. So in the first one, you're going till you're breaking to go up to that because you're down here. So try till on the same thing.
On the
See, you're back here.
Yeah.
Go I. And
Say
I. Till I.
Till I.
Now go up a little bit higher. Okay, so one of the things that's happening right now is that you're flipping into your head voice. That head voice is used to doing a type of falsetto. So what it sounds like, it's breathy, right? So to avoid the breathiness, you have to get more forward in your face because you're going till you hear how breathy that sounds?
Yeah.
So to avoid that, you have to get more in your face. So go I. And you want it right behind your teeth. So remember your little visual. Go like this.
It's
okay. So this time, don't think of it as being as open here, like we talked about. Remember how originally we were kind of in a very open throat placement. That's all very open. Now we're more in a sort of almost like a speech, right? Till I. Yeah. So if you were saying that till.
Till I.
Till I.
Till
It's okay.
Does this happen a lot with young singers?
Yes, it does. It's okay.
Is it because their voice sound like
Till I. So watch what you're doing. You're going till I.
Oh.
You're back here. You're between your back teeth, and that's why your voice is breaking. So what I want you to do, I want you to lean forward. We're gonna engage here, right? Okay. So till I.
Till I.
So you're going ah.
Yes.
You're from here. You're going from here. I want you to take this sound and put it right there. Okay. Not here. Just put it up here as much as possible. I.
Till I.
I.
Till I.
Till I.
Till I.
Listen, watch my mouth.
Okay.
That's better. Tongue behind the teeth.
Yes.
Let's try. That was easy. So you're not at all back here. I want your sound right here. Okay? Like right behind those teeth. I. Think about, have you ever watched old westerns where they've got the like Native Americans and they're yee, that sound. Yee.
Try doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, head voice or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you hear the resonance on that? Did you hear how loud that was? Now, what did you do differently?
I just imagined an Indian going yee. Till I.
Yee.
Yee.
Yes. Okay, so now let's try. What was it? That's better. So part of what's going on, I'm hearing it right now. You haven't been doing your exercises.
Yeah, that's.
Because if you have been doing your exercises, what will happen is, I look like I have a move here. What is this? If you had been doing them when you go across those notes, it will not sound as jumpy. It'll be more smoothed, right? Which is why we do the
Till I.
That wasn't it.
How do I go from going from a to a loud C?
Because it's all classical, pretty much. You're not really changing that much position.
Will that sound weird? Like doing a.
Think about how he's singing it. Let's listen to what he's doing. classical, bel canto singing, you would not be a straight tone like that. You would be, it would be a vibrato there.
So
But he doesn't do a vibrato at the end. It's
Oh.
at the end.
Oh, so it's
So that one note, I would say.
so it's all vibrato. Just at the very end, it's a louder, more clear vibrato.
At the end, he's using a musical theater technique of almost belting that last note.
Okay.
The very last one. It's not, but the rest of the time he's totally well, at least in that last little bit, he's using his classical training to create the space and to have the vibrato. So, starting back at, your music.
It teases at my ear, it turns and it fades away,
Way forward.
way, and you're not here.
You had it and then you got off of it. Why did you get off of it?
Just like that a bit.
You were there and then you quit on me. Just stay forward.
I
Stay
had it
forward.
there for a second.
And you fade away and you're
Not here. Let hopes pass. Let dreams pass.
I'm gonna pull your hair.
Go for it.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
okay, now try it.
Okay. On the let your hopes pass.
Yeah.
Let hopes pass. Let dreams pass. Let them die.
See, I'm watching what you're doing. Your shoulders go up, right? You're doing this every time you hit the note, okay? So what's that doing? It's creating a little tension in here. You're having a tendency to go like this when you go to hit the note. The shoulders are coming up and your chin is going back, okay? So I want you to picture like you've got something coming from the top of your head,
Okay.
and it's coming from right there,
Okay.
okay? And it's gonna hit that door, okay?
Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
That was better.
I feel like she's been belting a lot lately. Maybe that's why. But I don't think so.
So when you hit let, it's almost like let, but with a little bit of a widening across the back, just a little. Let them die. La, let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
Let hopes pass, let dreams.
It's okay, take a breath. You're feeling a little bit under the gun because of the time. But songs are 3 to 4 minutes long. We have plenty of time to get through this. So just relax, right?
Is it bad to use this a lot?
No. I mean, it says what, 2 or 3 squirts for the song, before you go up, right? But
Probably have to buy this 3 more times this year.
Okay, I should probably put this on. Okay,
Okay.
one more time. Remember to engage here. Don't try to do it with just up here. Let your breath settle, kind of take a deep breath like you're about to meditate. Now go.
Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die.
That was better.
Whew.
I noticed that you didn't put your shoulders up that time.
I was just imagining
You turned your head a bit,
put it
but
up.
you didn't put your shoulders down. I'm thinking that's one of the things that we just need to kind of go through over and over again as you're practicing. Make sure that you're in the mirror noticing whether or not you're doing that.
Okay.
I had to do this with my tongue. I was constantly pulling my tongue back, and it took me practicing in the mirror.
I'm just glad I was able to keep my tongue forward on and you're not here.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, that actually felt differently when I had my hands like this. Wait a second.
You're like, why did that feel different?
Wait, but why did that feel different? Like, I had my hands here and it just, like, it didn't feel like it was coming from here more, it felt like it was coming from like.
Yeah, because you're relaxed.
And you're not here. Let hopes pass, let dreams pass, let them die. Alright, I'm gonna keep my jaw relaxed. What the heck? Why didn't I know this before?
See, makes it a whole lot easier. Any amount of tension anywhere in your body makes it harder to sing. Half the problem with learning to sing is learning how to completely relax
Did Alice
while
ever
still
struggle with that?
supporting, which is weird.
It's so weird because, like, the more you keep your jaw, like, not so tensed up, the better it is. So.
Jaw has to be loose. Your tongue has to be not pulling back. You can't have any muscle tension in the lower part of this area. But you do have to support here.
And that's also what I'm saying, by the way. This is a one shot.
Okay, I'm watching.
Put your thoughts on life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar.
It's not as clear as it is because I've been belting before, but like,
That's
just ready
okay.
because.
So the way I would hit that one, there's two ways you could do it. One is or either way you have to be lifted back there, but those two options are available.
Wait, how did the words go again? It was. Let your spirit start to soar.
Open more. Okay, so if you
I
don't
sound
want
very
to
breathy
break,
right now.
if you don't want to break, go a little bit, that technique that we talked about where it brings, that's why I suggested the rounder vowel, because it'll bring you a little bit closer to your teeth. Now watch what I do with my mouth, okay? I'm going to show you in the thing, watch. Okay, so that you can have this when I sing it to you. So, close your eyes, what is it?
Close your eyes,
And
let
then
your
spirit start to soar. See, watch. You can control the sound with your mouth, with your lips. If you just go, you have no control. So you want the openness of what you did, but still kind of bring your lips around it, right?
Okay. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. Soar. Like that?
It's so light, it's just barely engaging, but you don't want to get too breathy, so just kind of work on that forwardness. Okay, let's keep going.
Oh wait, like with the song?
Yeah, wherever
Oh,
you want
yeah.
to work on. I've always thought that's like so strange how he gets that big.
Well, I mean, as he's just amazing in general. So.
It sounds like, almost like a warble that like, bye, bye.
Wait, what were the lyrics again? It was...
So I'll take you where you
You
belong.
belong to me. No, I'm thinking more.
Don't hunch.
Yeah.
Don't hunch.
Let your... Wait, is it let your soul take you? Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Okay, so you were almost there.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
just-
go, so, and then kind of bring it around forward. Almost. Wow, that was really good. You actually would like put two techniques in there. So one of those is gonna work. Okay, so
Let your soul take you where you long to be.
I think you changed key.
Yeah, I
I think
did.
it's higher a little bit.
Well, it does like a on soul. It takes a breath on soul.
He's actually bouncing up to that note from his lower one. To be, that's what he's doing. Nice. Woo! What'd you do differently?
I just imagined a bounce.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, what was that note? Was it?
A flat.
I was like, what, like a note up from what I'm supposed to hit?
No, that's right.
Oh wait, that's the note for.
To be. That's on this song. It's an A flat.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Till Like You Were Singing. That one was, yeah. Question, I just want to check this out before I leave. When people say like they have an octave range of this much, what do they mean by that? Does it mean like how much they can hit in a chest register, or
No,
how much they can sing like in general?
in general.
Can we try that out real quick? Because I've been curious how many octaves I can do.
Yes.
Your soul take you where you long to be. That was a weird crack at the end. Oh.
Well, it's just because you want to play with how you're going to end it,
Yeah.
right? And normally, if it was just regular musical theater, I'd say don't worry about it. If you want something a little more classical, then you're going to need to kind of
Do a.
yeah.
Woo! Alright, let's test this.
Is that too low? This is your more heady classical.
Should we do this like after or before it's ending?
Come on, keep going. You're about 2.5
Dang.
right now.
Well, I mean, he's just amazing in general. So.
It sounds like, almost like a warble that like, bye, bye.
Wait, what were the lyrics again? It was.
So I'll take you where you
You
belong.
belong to me. No, I'm thinking more.
Don't hunch.
Yeah.
Don't hunch.
Let your. Wait, is it let your soul take you? Let your soul take you where you long to be.
Okay, so So you were almost there.
Yeah,
Okay, so go, so, ba, and then kind of bring it around forward. Ba, almost. Wow, that was really good. You actually like put two techniques in there. So one of those is gonna work. Okay,
Let your soul take you where you long to be.
I think you changed key.
Yeah, I
I think
did.
it's higher a little bit. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I can't do your phone. You have to do it. I'm like, my control issues are like, oh, I'm gonna touch it. Come back. We probably are.
Yeah, it's 63.
Ooh, they're gonna close us out.
And he does that in one breath. Right there. Whoa.
Your soul take you where
Yeah, listen.
you long to. I think he breathes before me.
Well, he does like on soul. He takes a breath on soul.
He's actually bouncing up to that note from his lower one. To bay, that's what he's doing. Nice. Woo! What'd you do differently?
I just imagined it bounce.
There you go.
Wait, what was that note? Was it?
A flat.
I was like, what, like a note up from what I'm supposed to hit?
No, that's right.
Oh wait, that's the note for.
To bay. That's on this song. It's an A flat.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Till I Hear You Sing. That one was, yeah. Question, I just want to check this out before I leave. When people say like they have an octave range of this much, what do they mean by that? Does it mean like how much they can hit in a chest register, or
No,
how much they can sing like in general?
in general.
Can we try that out real quick? Because I've been curious how many octaves I can do.
Yes. Hold on a second. Go open those doors so that we don't get locked in here.
Yeah.
Let your soul take you where you long to be.
That was a weird crack at the end. Oh.
Well, it's just because you want to play with how you're going to end it,
Yeah.
right? And normally, if it was just regular musical theater, I'd say don't worry about it. If you want something a little more classical, then you're going to need to kind of
Do a.
yeah.
Woo! Alright, let's test this.
Is that too low? This is your more heady classical.
Should we do this like after or before it's ending?
Come on, keep going. You're about 2.5
Dang.
right now. That doesn't mean you won't increase it as time goes on. You're not that far away from your voice having been changed.
That's pretty short though. It's fine. I'll
No,
listen to it.
I mean, at your age, it's not.
Oh.
Some people who have had recent changes of their voice in the last, I mean, when you change your voice goes to about an octave. So then you have to, then it builds back up again.
Okay.
So that's what happened with Alex, it's what happened with Garrett, it's what happened with all of my other male students. It's just, ooh, careful, it just shrinks down and then kind of spreads back up. It actually shrinks down and shifts down, and then you add the top range back on.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what you're working on now, right?
Do you know what else?
You sound great.